sorry, but Jake would be miserable in MMA. You don't just start MMA. Who would you see him against? Well, I don't know if he's going to be miserable in MMA, but sometimes, marketability comes first in front. It shouldn't be that way. But in a guy like Jake's case, imagine the scenes if Jake KOs Nate and MMA. I mean, I don't know what I would do, dude. That might actually be, I feel like I think that was scripted. I'd be like, all right, that's the smoking gun. That Tommy loss was also scripted. That would just be the absolute scenes that would take place there. As for you, Beats, the world would light on fire. Yeah, there would be mass rioting if Jake won an MMA against Nate. I don't know. I don't know if he'd be miserable in MMA. He does have that wrestling background. He doesn't. That's the thing. It's like he doesn't really look good in boxing. So what we've seen from Jake's career at this point is that the marketability means more than the actual skill level, I think, and how willing everyone is to tune into his fights because, Jake's looked competent. Right? He's had upsides to his game, and he's certainly had downsides. But, I don't see a lot of people, at least for me, and I'll call myself an analyst for now, being that I don't do this professionally. Hopefully that's the case soon. Hopefully we can grow this channel to the point where I can do this professionally. But for me, I'm a guy that likes to check out footwork, how guys throw shots, and I don't see a lot of people talking about that with Jake. Even in a loss, even in a win, right? It's either Jake looked really good or Jake looked horrible. Nobody's really willing to kind of go into the granular details, right? And so I don't think a lot of people, if this makes any sense, let me know if this makes sense, guys. I don't think a lot of people are really looking necessarily too hard at the skill set or how technical or how much Jake has progressed. It's like, does he get a knockout? Okay, cool. If he gets knocked out, he looked great. And then if he loses, oh, he looked terrible. So it's less so about, I think, how sloppy he looks or how bad he would be. It's a smart move for Jake because business-wise, he's going up with the PFL. The PFL gets an interesting spin with their super fight series. So yeah, maybe he looks miserable, but PFL is going to get a lot of money out of it. Jake's probably going to get a lot of money out of it. That's my take on that. But let me get back to the paragraphs at hand here. You guys always get me distracted on the stream. You guys in chat.